EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
And able to get this out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get them going. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Watson's throw here taken in by Isabella.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Broncos at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They go play action with Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Watson on first down. And this will be caught at the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
We're scoreless after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. them break away and take control of this game.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Watson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Hayden Hurst, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 35 on second down, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Watson now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Play action. It's Wilson.
This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
complete.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
A give running right is Chubb. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this fourth quarter.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now Chubb running right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
To throw, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Chubb will get the call running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's Watson.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down. A give. This is Chubb. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
York able to send this one through.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters. So I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Throwing now is Wilson.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the